see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Jalen Hurts and the Indianapolis Colts.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Williams now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And Evans. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Blitz coming and down he goes.
Ryan Tannehill sacked.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And escapes the sack. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd. They felt like they had to hide their valuables.
Oh, they're on him too quickly back there, and it's blocked. And the Colts are in for the touchdown.
And you don't see this one very often, but that one was blocked, deflected, whatever you want to call it, and they were able to pick it up and advance it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And as a punter, with the heels of your shoes in the back of that end zone, tough spot to be in. The nightmare scenario plays out. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Williams to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position. And I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league. But the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run with Evans. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's caught by Hollister. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Evans. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Just 2 weeks left in the regular season, so not many opportunities left. But I've got to tell you, I think he's had an MVP type of a season, and I just hope that everyone who votes doesn't go to sleep and already have their ballots cast.
I think there are a couple others in the national media who feel that way too. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Colts 15.
On 2nd down, it's Evans, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Darrington Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their block. It's pretty impressive.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And you can see they'll be the AFC South representative, but for the moment at least, they'd still need to host a wild card game in that first weekend, but not the worst thing in the world.
No, not at all. And you and I both know this about this division. It's been wide open and extremely competitive, and it was again this year. So for a team to come away with the division title and get to the playoffs, you know they'll be battle-tested for their run in January and into February.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Hurts to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. .28 yards the game there on the catch and run. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
This one caught by Isabella. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
And the Colts first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
A nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability up in coverage. coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
Pick up on first down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's going to be sacked.
Normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. These two teams all tied after one. They'll run on first down with Evans. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down by
behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Ryan Tannehill sacked.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Well, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Andy Isabella with touchdown. Number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Colts have taken the lead. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Sanchez to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistent.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Ryan Tannehill sacked.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
The Titans on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Tannehill. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Tannehill's pass. Incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They go play action with Hurts. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yards to go.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find Isabella. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Thrown to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Second down, here's Hurts. And for the third time here in this game, it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. After the interception, here's Tannehill. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. At the 15-yard. Smith catches left side. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Again, Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Complete to Andy Isabella.
Andy Isabella becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And he's able to put it through. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown.
For Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Brandon Graham. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
2nd down.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Tannehill. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
A 7.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So we have come to halftime. And you sure you're ready for the third quarter?
21.
Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He'll rifle this one deep right. And got his man complete.
Hurts.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 30.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Andy Isabella ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Blankenship out for the point after.
Extra point.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
7-yard line.
On first down, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. He'll buy some time right. Jayon Brown coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 7 yards.
They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Tannehill now to throw. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Williams. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? So now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Ryan Tannehill sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way. Oh, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Williams now on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
To go.
I got you. Mike, 53, Mike, ready?
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. They'll run on 1st down. It's Evans. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
They'll go again here with Evans. Still on his feet. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Ball carrier.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And it's taken in at the 9. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
at their own 24-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
On first down, Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33. That is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just...
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check. 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine. Here we go, D.
Now Tannehill. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Leonard Floyd gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack to lose.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
14. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Ryan Tannehill sacked.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 17.
Number 53, Mike 53.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
53 to Mike, 53, check 53.
Tannehill throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But it's going to be 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Wait. 58 to Mike. Watch the back.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The Titans on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go again.
To the air again, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
Tannehill's pass.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's Brett Kern now. And he's had all kinds of problems just getting punts off so far. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
They practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
To Jack Doyle.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And a
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And some space here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go. 52's the mic right here.
Play action. Here's Hurts sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andy Isabella, 71 yards. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Titans now. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
53, Mike, 53. It's going to be a long.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Ryan Tannehill sacked.
And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And down he'll go at the 25. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Fielded at about the 28. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. The Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. Dak Prescott with 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
They go play action with Hurts. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A two big play.
Back through 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, the defensive player